are back from break with Sean Hinton. Before the music chimed in, I was saying, okay, Mary J Blige, you got your start, and from that, you played with John Legend, you played with Eric Benet. Who came after Mary J Blige? And wow. Is it a question? I mean, is it once you get in the circle, you're just in?
Something like that, because what I've learned just over my years in the business, you know, is very, very cliquish.
Okay.
And Dre can attest to that.
Yeah.
You know, prior. But after playing with Mary, I actually started working with Avant.
Okay.
I did Glenn Lewis. I did Kelly Price.
Wow.
Kelly Price was the first one, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, okay. Kelly Price was first.
I did the play. It was Kelly Price and Tyler Perry. We did the Why Did I Get Married play.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Really?
Right.
Wow.
So I did my first TV appearance was 106 in Park with Kelly Price.
Oh, wow.
And then from there, my name just started circulating.
Okay.
I think I really was internationally known after playing with Mary J, because, you know, they gave us a list, itinerary, and I saw like Japan, Dubai. I'm like, is this in the United States? This is overseas. I was like, wow. So that DVD we did was what put me on the map. So everybody started to take notice of who I was. And I was able to develop relationships with the likes of Amir Thompson, the drummer for the Roots, and that's how I got I got the John Legend gig. I got the Lil Wayne gig from Usher's guitarist, Johnny. We call him Natural, I don't know his last name, but he recommended me for the Lil Wayne gig, and just from there on, like.
So it is a who you know thing to an extent, but obviously talent.
But my question to that is, you know, people can be asking for you, but do you think it's worth ethics and you being humble? Like,
definitely, that plays a very important part, because you can actually be the most talented person in the world, but if your attitude isn't right, you'll be sitting at home. You know, and it just, for me, it's easy for me to just practice humility because of how I was raised and brought up. You know, my mom raised me right, my grandfather raised me right. You know, my grandfather was a father figure in my life because my real father wasn't active. So I learned a lot from just watching my grandfather and being around my mother. So that plays a real important part in, you know, just
that humbleness. That's something it's not a lot of people do have that. I mean, especially at a certain level. And you've been all around the world, but Dubai. You also have connections with people here at home too, like Big Sound Music. We've had with Shay Martin. We've had Chad C-Note Roper on. We've had
that new creation thing. We're talking about Mario Brown,
right? But what's your connection with Big Sound? Are you still involved?
I'm still involved. We are all writing partners together. It's so funny because when I first started professionally playing, I actually started hanging around Chad a lot, who's the CEO of Big Sound, and I would take him my records, like the tracks that I was doing. And what I really liked about Chad, and why I always respect him, he would tell me if my music was off. It was like a hit or miss thing, but he would tell me what I could do to perfect my craft. So I did it, and just through the years of us corresponding and him listening to my stuff, I joined Big Sound. And, you know, me and Lachey and Chad and Dre and Mario, and we all were in the choir together, you know, Wisconsin State Choir. So just that relationship there, that camaraderie there, it spilled over to Big Sound, and, you know, the chemistry we had there is what we have now.
So when you say you write, you write music too?
Yeah, I'm a songwriter. I'm a composer and a songwriter.
That's something I didn't know.
That sounds so. We've also had other big groups, like we had Tootie Utunde from Growing Nation,
which is a band that I'm a part of.
Wow. When do you find time to sleep, sir?
You know, honestly, I love to play music.
This is what he does full time.
And it's so funny because the bass player from Growing Nation, if he was here, he'd tell you the story. When I first walked in the room and I met Audie, which is the lead singer, and I was telling him, like, yeah, man, I play drums. So I went to play drums, and they was like, but look, I can play bass too. So I jumped from playing bass to guitar, from guitar to keyboard. So I'm just this big burst of energy when it comes to music, because that's my passion. That's my first love. So I never get tired when it comes to music. I spend a majority of my time at home, and my son, he spends his time with me when I'm working on music. He gets tired.
I wish y'all could see his son. He looks, I mean, it's like a mini me. Seriously, looks just like him.
But yeah,
does he have any musical talent that you think he's gonna kind of follow the footsteps?
What I want to do is I'm gonna be there to help him develop it, but I don't want to force my hand on him. I want it to gradually just grow, him grow with it. But I support him though. He owns. Let me see. I told him that all of the guitars that I own, they belong to him, but he also has of his own. He has about 3 guitars.
Don't touch that boy. Belongs to you.
Right.
He has a drum machine. He has a keyboard. So when he's ready, it'll be there for him.
We'll be right back after this break. Thank you, Sean. And Sean will also be playing with Dre, so you'll hear those great fingers. We'll be right back. There are a lot of music. Welcome back to Spectrums. Our next guest has toured the nation with his #1 hit single, as well as had a bad record deal, a downfall, but he's ready to come back again with his 2nd hit record. So please give it up for Mr. Coo Coo Cal.
I'm thinking like, fuck daddy.
Welcome, Coo Coo Cal.
Welcome.
You can come a little closer to us. Okay, so I just have to say this. Welcome. And so when I heard In My Projects in Mississippi, okay, and I started dancing and getting down, I was like, oh, you just made it straight national. Because in Mississippi, it's like, if you don't hear music down there, you like nobody, but you was somebody.
Oh, wow. That's great.
That was funny. I was just hyped because it was somebody from my hometown, that's all.
Yeah, definitely made some serious. Who else in Milwaukee